Oak Hill here in Nashville, Tennessee. It's July 2025. It's been a crazy year so far. Tariffs, stock market down, stock market up, people shooting missiles at each other. Hopefully all that's behind us. We get to a little more normal year for the second half of the year. In Oak Hill right now, there are 33 homes for sale. We saw 12 go under contract in the last 30 days, and we saw 8 close out. Now, we didn't see any big ones close last month. It was mostly less expensive stuff. We can roll through a few of these. This one's over on Pleasant Valley Road. This was on the market for a long time. 6,500 square feet for 2.4. Very, very modern home. Really cool. Like, beautiful home. Very unique in the style, for sure. This one took a minute to sell just because it was so unique. I mean, it's a gorgeous home. Great layout, great floor plan. Kind of small backyard over there. Some of that section of Oak Hill can be a little bit tricky. It really just depends on what side of the street you're on, how big of a backyard you're going to get. Another one that closed at 2.4 over on Outer. This one built in 2020, so it's about 5 years old. Traded just at under $560 a foot. It's a pretty good price for what that is. Outer's a great street. It's quiet. It's walkable. It's a well-built house. You can tell the ones that are just over 5 years old. Doesn't quite look like a 2025 build. The builders do a little bit differently now. That's a gorgeous home, all brick. Well done. I mean, that's a good value to get in Oak Hill for under $2.5 million bucks. This one in Churchwood. This is right around the corner from me where I live. It's a funky lot. Normally you'd see 1 acre lot in Oak Hill, flat. This would trade for $2 million bucks, maybe a little bit north of that. This was narrow. The house was pushed back from the street, so you kind of had a funky building envelope. If someone wanted to buy this and live in it for 1.25, fantastic value just to get into the Oak Hill neighborhood. If they're going to tear it down and build a new one, they're going to have a little bit of challenge to get built something on there. You can certainly do it. It's just not going to be a big, wide Oak Hill home on that lot. That's why you saw that lot trade for a little bit less than what we normally see in that part of Oak Hill. Over here for $2.5 million on Sewanee. I actually went through this home with my wife. We looked at it. It's very pretty. This is an awesome lot. A builder of mine is actually building across the street on Granny White. This is a really cool one. Had a killer front yards, fenced in, really nice. Has a pool in the back. The inside's dated. Let's just go down and show you the pool. I really like the pool setup here. Just a great setup for the backyard. 2.5 to be in Oak Hill. That street is a little bit busy, but this one had a great wall of vegetation right on Granny White, and then the side street, Sewanee, where you actually had the entrance into the house from off the street, the driveway there. Had one trade for 4.2. Believe this was new construction. And then we had one at 1.5 on Travelers Ridge. Travelers Ridge is interesting because you see a little bit of everything. It's a stucco house up there. Kind of funky lots up there. Usually pretty sloped. They're big. They're an acre, but not a whole lot of usable area in those lots. One on Villa Crest. So there's a couple lots on Villa Crest that are like amazing. And these huge views of downtown. Like there's like 5 or 6 of them that are stunning. And then we have a lot of lots that are very good. They're big, 1.8 acres, but you'll see in these pictures, it really slopes off. This is down at the very end of Villa Crest. So it's super quiet back there. That's a great aerial. If you fly a helicopter, you can see Radnor from your house, but obviously you can't actually see that visual looking over to Radnor. It's a really quiet part of Oak Hill up there on Villa Crest. Again, it's 2 acres, but obviously it slopes pretty heavily. You're not going to be playing flag football in that backyard anytime soon. Challenge to put a pool on lots like that. But again, you're in Oak Hill for $1 million, so it's a pretty good value for stuff over there. Silas Court for $1 million. I'd imagine this house is probably getting torn down. It's really close to Creve Hall over on that side of the neighborhood. It could be an end user. It's a great looking house on the inside. It's obviously dated. It's 8-foot ceilings. The kitchen's been updated, which is great. Anything over there getting a little closer to 65. We see a little bit less for those lots, but again, it's a chance to get a 1 acre lot in Davidson County, close to everything. I mean, under $1 million. Real pretty good value there. I want to show this one for 4.2. I forget which brand new build. 23 build on this one. White Pines built it, 6,000 feet. Really gorgeous home. They do a good job with what they do. Just big open spaces. It's a 2-year-old house. Really gorgeous on the inside. Plenty of liquor and wine in this bad boy. So big 2-story, great room. Got the dark island on the kitchen. It's not my personal favorite, but I know people like it. It's waterfalled over the edges there. Great appliance packages. They got the Wolf and probably a Sub-Zero fridges. If I had to guess, they usually pair those two together. But 4.2 for basically a new house at 2023 build, 6,000 feet. That's a good value for something close to new construction in Oak Hill. So that's what we see going on. There's 33 on the market right now. Inventory's actually down a little bit in Oak Hill. Our sales pace is we're a little bit slower than last year, and buyers in the luxury category of over $1 million in Nashville have more inventory than they've had at any time over the last 5 years. So they're taking a little bit longer to make their decisions. Homes are sitting on the market for a little longer, which can be a little bit frustrating for sellers, but just make sure you have a great marketing plan and a strategy to get it sold quickly. I'm Jason Gruner with Coldwell Banker. Thank you so much for watching this, and I'll talk to you soon.